There are 2 lines. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a follow-up on the pregnancy test video that I took a couple weeks ago. I am almost 3 months postpartum. I am 2 days away from being 3 months postpartum. And I had 3 girls basically back to back. So Madeline, my oldest, is going to be 3 in 16 days. That's terrifying. She'll be 3 in 16 days. My middle is about 20 months. She's about 20 months old, and the baby will be 3 months old in 2 days. Like I just was saying, 3 months postpartum in 2 days. I've been on the birth control pill. I wasn't qualified or whatever to get an IUD. I was supposed to have my tubes tied at the hospital. They got too busy, couldn't do it. So I'm on the pill, which I get really weird reactions to. I'm also breastfeeding. I haven't missed any pills, but I did get my period before, and then I've been taking the pill like I should be. And usually the day or the day after I start taking the sugar pills of my birth control pill, I would get my period, and it would last for over a week. Super, super heavy, lots of bleeding, all kinds of things. Still haven't gotten it. And now I am 14 days past when I was supposed to get my period, or when I should have started those sugar pills. So technically I'm 14 days late, and I just don't know if I'm just skipping my period this time because of, just because I'm breastfeeding and I'm only 3 months postpartum and all kinds of different things. I don't know. Sorry, I have scoliosis. So like if my shirt looks really funny, that's why, because one shoulder is actually higher than the other. So my shirts always do weird things. Anyway, there's that. Like I said, I haven't missed any pills, and there's always somebody on every single time I do these videos. Every single video I posted like this, who's like, oh, there's other forms of birth control. Okay, listen, not all of us can have all types of birth control. So before you go posting something really stupid to me where I comment back and call you a moron for not watching the video, which I will do. If you go watch my other things, I will call you out for not watching the video. I have not gotten the IUD yet because my doctor can only put it in at a certain time. My body is very, 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 very sensitive. I cannot have the arm implant. I cannot have the shot, and I cannot use condoms. Latex or non-latex, cannot use them. So before somebody out there posts a video about, oh, you should have used condom, I cannot use them. Let me say it again. Cannot use them. Okay. Now that that's out of the water, I've been taking my pill. I haven't missed my pill. I'm on birth control. I'm not over here just trying to fling out babies like, whatever. But I did want my children very, very close in age. So even though all my kids weren't necessarily planned, this is actually how I wanted it to be. So please just don't start putting all those nasty comments down there like all of my kids were some crazy phenomenon, and that having your kids this close together is irresponsible, because it's not, and I wanted them close together. So anyway, now we are going to do the tests. We are going to do the ovulation test, which I did before, just in case, because for whatever reason, I don't know. And got a hair in my mouth. The pregnancy test. These are the ones that I've basically used every single time that I've done these videos. Gosh. Yuck. I can't get, it's probably dog hair. Hopefully it's nothing else. Alright, let's go ahead and dip these. So, okay, here we go. Ovulation test going in. Now, neither one of these should show up positive. However, the ovulation test will probably show up with 2 lines. And I said this in my last video. If you didn't watch it, then you probably don't know this, but in my last video I did mention that my ovulation test strips almost always have 2 lines in them regardless of whether or not I'm ovulating, and that's totally normal. So if you are somebody that has that and there's always 2 lines on your ovulation test strip, totally fine. The only way that an ovulation test strip is positive is if the test line is equal to or darker than the control line, and while I am pregnant I always have a positive ovulation test as well. So I'm taking one just to kind of see what it looks like. I know what it looked like the other week whenever I took it, so I'm going to see if it looks any different. And then I'm also taking the pregnancy test, which obviously, well, I guess maybe not obviously, some people might not know. If you're unfamiliar with pregnancy tests, and this is like your first time ever watching one or hearing of one or anything like that, if there is any second line at all, it is positive. So, alright, and that is going. Why do they... I just realized this. Yeah. The pregnancy test comes in a blue package, but the strip is pink. And the ovulation test comes in a pink packet, but the strip is blue. Why? Why? That's so weird. Well, we're gonna let this sit for, what, the 5 minutes? 5 minutes that you're supposed to do. Read results up to 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you can start to get like the evap lines, and you can get false, not necessarily false positive, it can look like false positives, but you can get like weird squiggly looking lines and all kinds of things on them. So, tip of the day, don't read your pregnancy test after 10 minutes. Unless it's a digital. If it's a digital, then you're probably good after 10 minutes. Or in my case, Kaylee is now 20 months, and her digital pregnancy test from like the 9 months of the pregnancy and the 20 months of her life just died. Not even joking. Like, literally was still showing pregnant until just a couple weeks ago. That's crazy. So, alright. So far, nothing's happening, so we'll be back soon. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at these things. So, there are 2 lines on the ovulation test. I doubt that you will even be able to see those 2 lines. I can try to focus it for you, but like I said, I really doubt that you'd be able to see anything on there. I think it's probably about the same as last week's. And this little guy, there ain't nothing on there either. And like I said, I didn't think there would be, but I'm just kind of under the assumption that I'm just not gonna get it, I guess. I don't know, like, I guess the longest that I haven't been pregnant between all the pregnancies is 6 months, so I'm halfway to that point. So I really haven't had that many cycles to be able to compare between the cycles or kind of like experiment with the cycles. But I usually have very, very short cycles, like 20 to 25 day cycles with 7 to 10 days of heavy bleeding, and that's like with or without the pill. And I kind of figured that, like, since I've already got my period, I would get it again when I got to the sugar pill part of the pill. You know, like when you're supposed to have your period on the pill, since you stopped taking the pill. And like, if I even ever missed a pill previously, I would start spotting, and I might even have bleeding for like 3 days. Like, I'm not even joking, 3 days in like the middle of a pack. And so now I think I'm just confused because I already had my period, and then I got to the point where I was supposed to have my period and now I don't have it. I am on the progesterone only pill since I am breastfeeding. I can't have a pill with estrogen in it. And I don't know, but that's that. So there's another negative test, and I don't know, guys. I think I'm probably just going to end up skipping my period this cycle, but even then it's still really important for me to be taking the test, because if for some reason something were to happen, I am considered high risk and I do need to go into the doctor immediately and talk over a bunch of different things, and it just gets kind of crazy. So I do still need to continue taking them just in case, or if I ever miss my period or if it's late. It's always just better to be safe than sorry, especially when you're high risk. So that is why we are doing this. But like I said, another negative test. We are not trying for baby number 4. I do want to make that known. So if anybody is looking for our TTC journey for baby number 4, we are not trying for baby number 4. But things happen, obviously, because I have 3 of them. And I love all 3. I don't want anybody to think I don't love them. They've all been blessings, and we've been excited for every single one of them. As soon as we get the positive test, hasn't been an issue. I don't consider any of them accidents or mistakes. They are all little blessings, and I love them. And even if I had another one, I would still absolutely love it. To the world, to the moon and back. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a comment down below. A nice comment, please, because some of y'all were pretty mean in my last one. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!